Hello and welcome, my friends. Today, we are going to talk about something that quietly shapes your entire life, your true self-confidence. Not fake confidence, not temporary motivation, but real, deep, unshakable confidence. Because listen carefully, a person who truly believes in themselves does not need to prove anything to the world. Their presence speaks, their actions speak, their mindset speaks, and the truth is simple. Without self-confidence, you live small. With self-confidence, you live freely. Think about your life for a moment. How many times did you stay silent when you wanted to speak? How many times did you doubt yourself even when you were right? How many opportunities did you miss? Not because you were not capable, but because you were not confident? This is how confidence controls your life. But here's the most important truth. You are not born with confidence. You build it, step by step, thought by thought, action by action. And today, I will show you how to gain true self-confidence. First, understand this clearly. True confidence does not start outside in the world. It starts inside your mind. Before anyone believes in you, before anyone supports you, before you achieve anything, there is one place where everything begins. Your thoughts. The way you talk to yourself matters more than anything else in your life, because whether you realize it or not, you are always listening to yourself. Right now, at this very moment, there is a voice inside your head. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is loud, but it is always there. And that voice is powerful. If that voice keeps saying, I am not good enough, I always fail, I can't do this, I am not like others, then slowly, without you even noticing, you start believing it. It becomes your truth. It becomes your identity. And once your mind accepts that story, your actions begin to match it. You hesitate more. You avoid challenges. You stay silent when you should speak. You give up faster than you should. Not because you are weak, but because you trained your mind to think you are weak. Now listen carefully. This is where everything can change. Your mind is not your enemy. Your mind is your tool, and your mind listens to you, which means you have the power to change the conversation. From today, start becoming aware of your inner voice. Catch your thoughts. Notice what you say to yourself. And when you hear negativity, don't accept it. Challenge it. Replace it. When your mind says, I can't do this, pause and say, I will try. When your mind says, I am weak, answer back, I am learning. When your mind says, I always fail, remind yourself, I am improving every day. This is not about lying to yourself. This is about training yourself. Because the truth is, you were already trained before, but you were trained by fear, by failure, by negative experiences. Now, you are choosing to train your mind with strength. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. It may feel fake. You may not believe your own words. That is normal, because your mind is not used to hearing positive thoughts from you. But don't stop. Confidence is not built in one moment. It is built through repetition, the same way doubt was repeated in your mind. Confidence must also be repeated, every day, again and again, because your mind is like a field. If you plant negative thoughts, doubt will grow. If you plant powerful thoughts, confidence will grow. There is no middle ground. So be careful what you plant. Speak to yourself with strength. Encourage yourself. Support yourself. Because if you don't, who will? And slowly, something powerful will begin to happen. Your thoughts will change. Your mindset will shift. Your actions will improve. You will start trying more. You will start believing more. You will start becoming stronger, not because the world changed, but because your inner voice changed. And that is where true confidence begins. Second, stop waiting for proof. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make in life. They wait. They wait for results. They wait for success. They wait for someone to tell them they are good enough. Most people say, I will believe in myself when I succeed. I will be confident when I see results. I will trust myself after I win. But listen carefully. This thinking is backwards. Confidence does not come after success. Success comes after confidence. If you don't believe in yourself first, you will never take the actions needed to succeed. Think about it deeply. Why do people quit so early? Why do they give up after one failure? Why do they stop trying when things get hard? Because they are waiting for proof. They want to see results before they believe. But without belief, they don't stay consistent. Without consistency, they don't get results. And then they say, see, I was right. I can't do it. This becomes a cycle, a dangerous cycle. No belief leads to weak action, leads to no results, leads to more doubt. And slowly, they lose confidence completely. Now let's understand how confident people think. Confident people don't wait for proof, they create it. They believe first, even when there is no evidence. They trust themselves, even when they are beginners. They move forward, even when the path is not clear. They say, I don't know how yet, but I will learn. I may fail, but I will improve. I am not perfect, but I am capable. This mindset changes everything. Because when you believe in yourself, your actions become stronger. You try again. You practice more. You stay consistent. You keep going when others stop. And that is what creates success. Listen carefully. You don't need to be perfect to be confident. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be the best. You just need one thing: belief in your ability to grow. Because real confidence is not saying, I will never fail. That is fake confidence. Real confidence is saying, even if I fail, I will rise again. This is powerful because when you remove the fear of failure, you unlock your true potential. You stop being afraid of mistakes. You stop overthinking every step. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You simply act, and through action, you improve. Let me tell you something important. Every successful person you see today, they failed, they struggled, they made mistakes. But the difference is, they believed in themselves before the world believed in them. They kept going, even when there was no proof. So from today, stop waiting. Stop waiting for perfect results. Stop waiting for confidence to magically appear. Stop waiting for someone to validate you. Start believing now, even if your progress is slow, even if you feel unsure, even if you fail sometimes. Because belief is a choice. And the moment you choose to believe in yourself, your mindset changes, your energy changes, your actions change. And when your actions change, your life begins to change. So don't wait for proof. Become the proof. Third, take action. Listen carefully. This is where everything changes. Confidence is not built by thinking. It is built by doing. You can sit for hours and think about becoming confident. You can imagine success. You can plan everything perfectly in your mind. But if you don't move, if you don't act, nothing will change. You can watch 100 motivational videos. You can read 1,000 books. You can listen to powerful advice every day. But if your life stays the same, your confidence will stay the same. Because your brain does not believe what you hear. Your brain believes what you do. This is very important to understand. Your mind is always watching your actions, not your intentions, not your dreams, not your plans, your actions. If you keep delaying, if you keep avoiding, if you keep saying, I will do it later, your brain learns one thing. I don't follow through. And this destroys confidence slowly. But the moment you start taking action, even small action, something powerful begins to happen. You send a new message to your brain. I can do this. That message may be small at first, but it is real. And real experience is stronger than any motivation. So don't wait for big opportunities. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start small. Speak one sentence. Take one step. Finish one task. Maybe you feel nervous. Maybe you feel unsure. Do it anyway. Because confidence is not about feeling ready. It is about acting even when you are not ready. Let me explain this deeply. The first time you do something, it feels hard. The second time, it feels a little easier. The third time, you start getting comfortable. Why? Because your brain is learning through action. Every time you act, you create experience. Every time you create experience, you reduce fear. And when fear goes down, confidence goes up. This is the process. Action to experience to belief to confidence. But most people are stuck because they are waiting for confidence first. They say, I will act when I feel confident. But confidence comes after action. So they stay stuck. Don't make that mistake. Start before you feel ready. Take imperfect action. Make small progress. Build momentum. Because small actions done consistently create big change over time. And here is something very important. Finish what you start, even if it is small. Because incomplete actions send a message, I quit. But completed actions send a message, I finish. And that message builds self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. So from today, stop overthinking, stop waiting, stop delaying, take action, even if it is one small step. Because every step you take, you are not just moving forward. You are building a new identity, a person who acts, a person who tries, a person who does not give up easily and slowly. That identity becomes real. Your mind starts believing, I am capable. I can handle this. I am growing. And that belief becomes confidence. Fourth, stop comparing yourself. Listen carefully. This is one of the most silent ways people destroy their own confidence. Comparison. It looks small. It feels normal. But its impact is powerful. Comparison destroys confidence faster than failure ever can. Because when you fail, you still have a chance to learn, to grow, to try again. But when you constantly compare yourself to others, you slowly lose belief in yourself. You start looking at someone else's life and thinking, they are better than me. They are ahead of me. They are more talented. They are more successful. I am not enough. And the more you repeat these thoughts, the more you weaken your own mind. You stop seeing your strengths. You stop valuing your progress. You stop appreciating your journey. And slowly, you begin to feel small. Now listen carefully. This is not reality. This is a distorted view created by your mind. Because when you compare, you are not seeing the full picture. You are seeing someone's highlight and comparing it to your behind the scenes. You see their success, but you don't see their struggles. You see their confidence, but you don't see their fear. You see their results, but you don't see their journey. And then you judge yourself unfairly. This is why comparison is dangerous. Now understand this truth deeply. Your journey is different. Your starting point is different. Your challenges are different. Your experiences are different. Your pace is different. And that is okay. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not less. You are on your own path. Confidence begins to grow when you accept this. When you stop looking left and right and start looking forward. When you stop measuring your life by others and start measuring it by your own progress. Ask yourself this simple question. Am I better than I was yesterday? That is the only comparison that matters. Because real confidence is not built by being better than others. It is built by becoming better than your past self. Even small progress matters. If you are learning, you are growing. If you are trying, you are improving. If you are not giving up, you are moving forward. And that is enough. So from today, protect your mind. Stop feeding it with unnecessary comparison. Stop watching others and doubting yourself. Instead, focus on your path. Build your skills. Improve your habits. Work on your goals. And most importantly, respect your journey. Because when you respect your journey, you stop rushing. You stop doubting. You stop feeling less. And when that happens, your confidence starts rising naturally, quietly, strongly. Not because you became someone else, but because you finally accepted yourself. Fifth, respect yourself. Listen carefully. This is deeper than motivation. This is about how you treat your own life. The way you treat yourself teaches your mind how to value you. Not what you say, not what you wish, but what you do every single day. Your actions are sending a message to your brain all the time. If you ignore your health, if you sleep late without reason, if you eat without care, if you don't move your body, your mind starts learning something silently. I am not important. If you break your promises, if you say, I will do this, and then you don't, if you keep delaying, if you avoid responsibility, again, your mind learns, I cannot trust myself. And when your mind does not trust you, your confidence begins to fall. Not suddenly, but slowly. You may not notice it at first, but it builds over time. You hesitate more. You doubt your decisions. You feel weaker inside. Why? Because deep down, you know you are not showing up for yourself. Now listen carefully. This is where everything can change. The moment you start respecting yourself, your confidence begins to grow, not from outside, but from within. When you take care of your body, when you get enough rest, when you eat properly, when you move, exercise, and stay active, you send a new message. I am important. When you keep your word, even in small things, when you say, I will do this, and you actually do it, you send another message. I can trust myself. And this is powerful because self-trust is the foundation of self-confidence. When you show discipline, when you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, you send a stronger message. I am in control. And control creates confidence. Understand this deeply. Confidence is not built only by big achievements. It is built by small daily actions. Waking up on time, finishing simple tasks, keeping small promises, taking care of your body, respecting your time. These may look small, but they are not small for your mind. Your mind is watching everything. Every action is a signal. Every habit is a message. So ask yourself honestly, what message are you sending to your mind every day? Are you teaching it that you are weak? Or are you teaching it that you are strong? Because whatever you repeat becomes your identity. So from today, start building self-respect. Not for others, not to impress anyone, but for yourself. Take care of your body. Keep your promises. Stay disciplined in small things. Because when you respect yourself, you don't need validation from others. You don't need constant approval. You feel strong from within. You walk differently. You think differently. You act differently. And slowly, something powerful happens. Your mind starts believing, I matter. I am capable. I can rely on myself. And that belief turns into confidence. Real confidence. Quiet confidence. Unshakable confidence. Sixth, face your fears. Listen carefully. This is where real confidence is created. Not when things are easy, not when everything feels comfortable, but when you take action, even though you are scared. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal. It shows you where growth is waiting. Think about it. Every time you try something new, you feel fear. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you feel uncomfortable. That is normal. The first time will feel difficult. Your voice may shake. Your hands may feel uneasy. Your heart may beat faster. But understand this clearly. That is not weakness. That is growth. That is your mind and body learning something new. Most people misunderstand this moment. They feel fear, and they stop. They step back. They avoid the situation. And when they avoid it, they feel temporary relief. But something dangerous happens. Their mind learns, this is scary, avoid it. And the next time, the fear becomes even bigger. This is how confidence is slowly destroyed. Avoid fear leads to feel safe, leads to become weaker. But confident people do the opposite. They feel fear, and they move forward anyway. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, but courageously. And every time they do that, something powerful happens. Their mind learns, I can handle this. And that changes everything. Because confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act despite fear. Let me explain this deeply. The first time you face your fears, it feels hard. The second time, it feels a little easier. The third time, it starts to feel normal. Why? Because your brain is learning through experience. Every time you face fear, you prove to yourself, I survived. I did it. I am stronger than I thought. And that proof builds confidence. But every time you avoid fear, you prove the opposite. I can't handle this. I should stay safe. And that builds doubt. So remember this simple truth. Every time you face fear, you become stronger. Every time you avoid fear, you become weaker. So from today, choose courage. Not big courage. Not dramatic actions. Small courage. Speak even if your voice shakes. Try even if you feel unsure. Step forward even if you feel uncomfortable. Because courage is not about being fearless. It is about moving forward with fear. And slowly, step by step, the things that once scared you will no longer control you. They will become normal. And you will look back one day and realize something powerful. You didn't lose your fear. You outgrew it. Seventh, be patient with yourself. Listen carefully. This part is very important, but most people ignore it. We live in a world where everyone wants fast results, fast success, fast change, fast confidence. But real growth does not work like that. Confidence is not built in one day. It is not something you wake up with tomorrow morning. It is something you build slowly, day by day. Some days you will feel strong. You will feel motivated. You will feel like you can do anything. But other days, you will feel tired. You will feel doubtful. You will feel like you are not improving. And listen, that is normal. That is part of the process. Many people quit in these moments, not because they are weak, but because they expect perfection. They think, if I feel weak today, I am failing. If I am not confident all the time, something is wrong. But that is not true. Growth is not a straight line. It goes up and down, forward and sometimes backward. And that is okay. What matters is not how you feel every day. What matters is that you don't stop. Because every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you are building discipline. Every time you try, even when it feels difficult, you are building strength. Every time you improve, even in small ways, you are building confidence. These small efforts may not feel big in the moment, but they are changing you from the inside, slowly, quietly, powerfully. You are becoming more patient, more resilient, more confident. You are building a new version of yourself, a stronger version, a calmer version, a more confident version. So don't rush the process. Don't compare your progress to others. Don't expect instant results. Trust the journey, because real confidence is not built quickly, it is built deeply. And anything built deeply lasts longer. So be patient with yourself. Keep going, even on hard days. Keep trying, even when it feels slow, because one day you will look back and realize something powerful. You didn't change overnight, but you changed completely. And now listen to this carefully. This is the most important part. Everything we talked about before leads to this understanding. True self-confidence is not loud, it is calm. It does not need to prove anything. It does not need to compete with anyone. Because real confidence is not about showing off. It is about knowing your value deeply. Many people think confidence means speaking loudly, being the center of attention, or trying to impress others. But that is not real confidence. That is often insecurity trying to hide itself. Real confidence is quiet. It is the ability to sit in a room without needing approval. It is the ability to speak without fear of judgment. It is the ability to stay silent without feeling small. It is not about being perfect. It is about trusting yourself, trusting your decisions, trusting your voice, trusting your journey, even when others don't understand it. A truly confident person does not need constant attention. They don't chase validation. They don't depend on praise. They don't feel empty when no one is watching, because their strength comes from within. They have inner peace, even when things are uncertain, even when life is not perfect. They remain stable. They remain grounded. Why? Because they know who they are. They understand their strengths. They accept their weaknesses. They are not trying to be someone else. And that self-understanding creates power. They trust their path, even if it is slow, even if it is different, even if no one else believes in it yet. They keep going, not because they are sure of everything, but because they are sure of themselves. And most importantly, they believe in their growth. They know they are not perfect today, but they also know they are improving. They are learning. They are evolving. They are becoming better step by step. And that belief gives them peace. So understand this deeply. You don't need to be the loudest person to be confident. You don't need to be perfect to feel strong. You just need to know yourself. Trust yourself and believe in your growth. That is true self-confidence. So from today, make a decision, a real decision, not just a thought, not just motivation for a moment, but a commitment to yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop questioning your worth every time things get difficult. Stop letting fear control your choices. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it will never come. There will always be something uncertain, something unfinished, something that feels not ready yet. Stop living a smaller life than you deserve. You were not meant to stay stuck in fear, hesitation, and limitation. Start believing in yourself even when it feels uncomfortable. Start acting even when you are not fully confident. Start growing even when progress feels slow. Because confidence is not something you find outside. It is not something people give you. It is not something that appears overnight. Your confidence is already inside you, waiting for you to use it, waiting for you to build it, waiting for you to trust it. And remember this, while you are listening to this, you are not only improving your mindset, you are also improving your English. Every word you hear is training your mind. Every sentence you understand is building your skill. Every moment you stay focused is making you better. So don't stop here. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep repeating. Keep growing every single day. Even small effort matters. Even a few minutes of listening matters. Even one new word matters. Because success is not built in one day. It is built in daily habits. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving your time and attention to your growth. Now go. Step forward with confidence. Believe in yourself a little more today than yesterday. And become the confident person you were always meant to be.